So the Agile approach was originally developed for helping implement software, and it has 4 core values to it. So there's people over process, working prototypes over documentation, responding to change, and customer collaboration. So I think what I've seen typically from the clients that I've worked with is they often are implementing Agile because they work in quite an Agile business. So the rest of the business is using Agile, or the business is going through some cost cutting and has asked internal audit to perhaps look at how it can be more efficient. Or sometimes they're just looking to change, make a shake up, to trying to be a bit more innovative and try something new within the function. So I think what we're seeing is that there's a more rapid decision-making process. So during an audit, more rapid decisions around what to focus on, what areas to look at, what's the priorities. You also see a lot more empowerment for the team actually performing audits. And then finally, I think you get more regular interaction with stakeholders. So they're getting more real-time feedback in issues. They're able to kind of come on the audit journey with you. So they're able to give you more context, which helps you understand themes, helps you understand root causes when you come to them report. So I think one of the key things that we see is that sometimes a team will need different skill sets at different levels than what they've previously had. If we're going to empower teams to make decisions, then they need to have the skills to do so. Skills around understanding what the key risks are, understanding how to deal with stakeholders on a kind of day-to-day basis, those kind of skill sets. The second thing is around applying it to a team that's perhaps slightly different to what it was originally intended for. So if it was intended for a software implementation team, how does an internal audit function adapt it when it's perhaps in different geographical locations, or when it's perhaps quite small? So if there's maybe between 5 and 10 people in a function, how are they going to apply some of those principles? And then the third key sticking point that we see is where people apply the principles, so they do the individual activities, daily stand-ups, etc., but they don't make the kind of mindset change that's needed. So I think with regards to the kind of talent and the skill set of their teams, it's around making sure that they've kind of thought through that in advance, they've done appropriate training, they've done it in bite-sized chunks. They've not tried to get the whole function going Agile at the same time. And then they're rewarding people for the right things, doing the right behaviours, but they're also got a kind of robust quality assurance process in place so that they're able to identify when things aren't working as well. I think it's also important with regards to that kind of mindset change is making sure that people understand why are we doing this, so that they aren't just kind of going through the motions of doing the various activities, but they're actually trying to embed that change. So I think working with a few different clients who are adapting Agile, people seem to be doing it and adapting it in slightly different ways. Nobody is kind of doing Agile in a pure methodology approach, which makes sense. It wasn't developed for internal audit. So I think it's important to kind of take a step back at the beginning and think about what you're actually trying to achieve. What are the objectives for you? You know, do you want to be more agile in your audit plan as a whole, be able to respond to risks quicker? Do you want to be able to be more agile in your reporting and change your methodologies there? Do you want to be more efficient and more effective, and that's your main focus? Because then you'll be able to apply it in a way that's going to actually achieve those objectives and make those changes.